Yo, what's good, guys? I'm about to do something a bit different today. I'm gonna combine some of my two favorite things, MMA and hip hop. So, today I'm gonna be comparing Jon Jones's UFC career to rappers. Specifically, well, we'll see. Now, obviously, it's hard to compare fighters to rappers. They're similar in both ways, but it's hard to find one rapper that just fits the career. I've narrowed it down to two. Let me know your suggestions. So, Jon Jones to rappers. Boom. Jon Jones bursts onto the scene in the UFC, beats Guzmao, uh, Jake O'Brien, Manushenko, Ryan Bader. Gets his title shot, fights Shogun Hua, destroys him, becomes the youngest champion at 23. Now, which rapper burst on the scene at a very young age and became one of the top dons? That's right. Nasty Nas. Let's go. 20 years old, drops not Illmatic. And much like Jon Jones, winning the belt, youngest champ ever. Nas drops arguably the greatest rap album of all time at 20. But like Jon Jones said himself, you're not a true champion until you defend it once. That was him defeating Rampage Jackson, first man to submit Rampage. And like Nas, he followed up Illmatic with It Was Written. A lot of people believe that It Was Written was even better than Illmatic. That's up to debate. I prefer It Was Written, but let me know. But like Nas, he proved he wasn't a one-hit wonder. Defends his belt. Now we got a big time gap. Obviously, Jon Jones defended his belt crazy amount of times, beating a lot. Can I even remember all of them? Machida, Rashad, Chael Sonnen, Vitor, Glover, Gustafsson. But every man needs his rival. There's beef. And this picture of Nas and Jay-Z, obviously they're older, but I couldn't find a picture of them when they're both beefing together. Nas had like Nas, Jon Jones had his rival, Daniel Cormier, who obviously Jon Jones beats without controversy though after got into some trouble. Jon Jones beats Daniel Cormier. Nas drops Ether. Now it's hard to compare Nas and Jon Jones in this sense, as Jon Jones had a lot of legal issues. Nas did not. Daniel Cormier is not really Jay-Z. I'm not comparing him to Jay-Z. I'm just saying he is the Jay-Z. He is the beef counterpart for Nas, for Jay-Z, Daniel Cormier for Jon Jones. But then, as you guys know, that Jon Jones gets stripped of his belt because of his hit and run incident. Boom. You could also compare his rival to Gustafsson, because Gustafsson gave him his toughest fight, even a tougher fight than DC. And this kind of fits better for the time frame, but they didn't really beef like Jon Jones and DC. Here we bring in DMX, second rapper I compare Jones to. Now Jon Jones was top of his game, top of the world, but he couldn't stay out of trouble. Always getting into some controversy. You don't have to go too deep. You don't have to be too deep of a Jon Jones MMA fan, too knowledgeable to know that Jon Jones got into some trouble. And DMX, 98, 99, early 2000s, arguably the biggest rapper at the time, could not stay out of jail. Rest in peace, DMX. Cleaned up in the end of his life, but did have a lot of issues, just like Jon Jones. Next, Jon Jones comes back. DMX comes back. And DMX was in jail like even during this time, but I'm just saying Jon Jones had a long break. DMX took a 2 years break and dropped Grand Champ. Jon Jones comes back, becomes the Grand Champ, beating Cormier again after his suspension. Vincent proved Cormier. And he got suspended after Vincent Prue again also. But DMX drops a #1 album, Billboard #1, 2 years after his previous album, which was also #1, but this would mark the last DMX album to go #1. Now, Jon Jones tested positive, so this actually is not a win. Doesn't really become the champ. This is when he becomes the champ, when he beats Gustafsson. The second time, he destroys him. The first time was a bloodbath, back and forth, close. But this one was pure domination, finishes him. So this one could fit better. Could fit both of these, but this one probably fits better. Now we go back to Nas. Big, skip. Now this one is kind of hard to do because Nas did take a 6-year break. I kind of wanted to compare Jon Jones's 3-year layoff to Nas's, but can't just ignore Nasir and Jon Jones's performance against Thiago Santos. He was supposed to run through Thiago Santos. Thiago Santos injured both knees during the fight and still gave Jon Jones a tough fight. Tough fight. And I personally like Nasir, but a lot of the critics didn't. And this was people kind of critiquing. They saying, oh, Nas comes back after a 6-year layoff. He don't got it no more. A lot of people thought Jon Jones don't got it no more. And this was further, solidified with his next performance against Dominic Reyes. Comparing this to Nas' Lost Tapes 2. People said Lost Tapes 2 was even worse than Nasir. Hey, I like Nasir. I like Lost Tapes 2 and Nasir. So, but I'm saying what the critics thought. A lot of people thought. But Jon Jones versus Reyes, I'm not alone when I say this. I think Reyes should have won. Going into the fight, I thought Jon Jones was going to run through Dominic. But I think Dominic should have won this fight. He got pretty much robbed. So here was like, dang, Jon Jones is not the same. And suddenly, boom, Jon Jones disappears. Where's Jon Jones? He's going to move up to heavyweight. And Nas, Jon Jones, they're kind of like going, seems like the career is going down. But then, bada bang, Jon Jones comes back last Saturday. Defeats, dominates, submits Sirbogan, solidifying him as the greatest of all time, pound for pound, whatever you want to call him, love him or hate him, he is probably the GOAT. And like Jon Jones, like Nas, comes back with Hit Boy, drops 4 banger albums, KD1, King's Disease 2, 3, Magic, solidifying him as the GOAT. After these 2 years, Jon Jones, Nasir, Lost Tapes 2, Dominic Reyes, Thiago Santos, we were like, do they have it anymore? Do they have it? I don't know if they have it no more, but they surprised us all with this. And that's it. I would compare Nas and DMX, Jon Jones to Nas and DMX. Let me know what you guys thought. This is a bit of a different video. I just thought it'd be fun. Thanks for watching. And now we're waiting to see what happens next. Does Nas drop KD4? Does he drop something else? Jon Jones is about to fight Stipe. Will he fight Stipe? Will he win? Will he succeed? A lot of questions. It's crazy. These guys have been going at it, boom, from the start. 23 to 35. Nas 20 to 49. Alright, that's it, y'all. Thanks for watching. Comment below what you thought, what you want me to do next. If you want me to compare some more stuff, UFC fighters, rappers. That's it. Thanks for watching. See y'all in the next video, y'all. Peace.